Hello, Aldwyn Altuney here, also known as the Media Queen, and I have had an amazing month and a bit. I have been on the road. I was in America for a month in LA, Philadelphia and New York, and I'm just about to complete a 1-week road trip from the Gold Coast down to Gosford and Sydney, seeing family. My brother, his wife and 4 children are in the Central Coast, and I have family in Sydney, my uncle and my cousins. It's just been so beautiful connecting with family, and it blows me away that certain family members do not talk to each other. I was just speaking to my 84-year-old uncle today, and he said, "Blood is thicker than water." He said, "You are my blood." And he said, "I love you like my daughter." And, he's in a lot of pain, and I don't know how much longer he's going to be on the planet. However, I'm so grateful that I got to see my uncle today. And he's someone that I see, once a year, twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year if that just happens to happen. Being in Sydney and me being on the Gold Coast, it's something that we don't get to do a lot of. But, whenever I see him, I so appreciate it. And, I wonder if you're watching this right now, is there family that you don't talk to? Is there family that you haven't spoken to for a while because of maybe some disagreement? Maybe you said something or they said something that you didn't like, or you said something they didn't like. Has there been a disagreement? I'm getting a bit emotional because I just think every moment is so precious. And, while I was away in America, I heard that a friend of mine, Mal, a photographer that's worked with News Corp for many years, just died of a brain aneurysm at age 54. I had another friend, Craig Telfer, who performed at quite a few of my Animal Action events. He died at age 59, wasn't feeling well, went to bed and didn't wake up, had a heart attack in his sleep. And I've had many other friends that have not made it to age 60. In fact, I've probably lost about 8 or 9 friends now in the last year. All except one under the age of 60 that have passed away. And it just makes you think, where are you holding a grudge in your life? Against yourself, against others, where are you holding a grudge? And what is that really costing you? Anyone can be dead tomorrow. You could be dead tomorrow, right? I think it's really important to make time for family, and particularly now as we're coming into Christmas. I think it's very important. You're going to be spending time, most likely, a lot of you, with your family. And is there anyone in your family that you think, well, actually, I'd rather not see that person, or I'm glad it's only once a year that I catch up with that person? Or, are there people that you think, we really should catch up more often? It's just I'm in a reflective mood, I guess. I'm thinking about this because, life does go so damn fast. I cannot believe I am 45. I'm actually 46 in January. That's about a month I'm 46. And, I still feel like 20, 30 years of age. I feel so young, and yet time is ticking on. My dad and my uncle together, they were reminiscing on times when they were teenagers in Turkey, growing up as Greek Orthodox kids in Turkey. They had a hell of a time over there as Christians in a Muslim country. Yet they remembered some funny stories of, when their auntie would cook them soup, and there's different stories they'd reminisce on from when they were 15 years of age, and they're both in their 80s now. And, the joy and the laughter in their faces, it was just beautiful. And, those moments are so precious. They are so precious. And, oh gosh, so precious. So I really hope that you have some precious moments that you can treasure, because, life is really about the moments in life and about treasuring them with who you're with. Sometimes people do push your buttons. Sometimes you do get triggered by things, and how are you going to be about it? Are you going to react? Are you going to write people off? Are you going to block people? Or are you going to, You know, you're going to go, right, what's the lesson in this for me? Or what can I learn from this? Or as Kirk Ashley would say, how would love respond, right? How would love respond? You know, I think about the story of Jesus, you know, whether you're Christian or not Christian, you know, Jesus. If Jesus was really true, you know, think of the persecution that happened with Jesus being on the cross and how he was mocked and put down, and how he would say, forgive them, they know not what they do, right? Imagine if you could be Jesus-like, or if you could have that kind of peace about you, that no matter what life throws at you, that you have strength and conviction and compassion and peace, because hurt people. And that's the fact of it. Anyone who is hurting will hurt others. And I think it's so important to realize that and to not take things personally when people have a go at you. It's generally because they're hurting in some way. So I think this Christmas, and I think in fact every day, we could show some compassion for those around us and let people in our lives know how much we love them, because they may not be here tomorrow. We may not be here tomorrow. In fact, one thing is we're all going to be leaving this planet. Some people say we are spirits having a human experience, and I certainly feel that way, and I do feel spirits around me, and I feel those that have passed are here watching over us, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you watching this right now. I would love to know what you are grateful for, or if there's any precious moments you've had recently that you would like to share in the chat below. I would love to hear about it. And great to see you, Bradley, Henry, go pal. Thank you. Take care. Thank you very much. I am in the Central Coast. It's a beautiful spot here. Have a look at this gorgeous surrounding here. It's just a beautiful spot. It's so important too, I think, just to get out amongst nature and just enjoy the beautiful world we live in. You know, driving along the Central Coast today, I just thought, I am just so grateful to be living in Australia, one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and we have everything right at our doorstep, you know, in any Western country. I mean, the whole world is absolutely gorgeous, actually. It's just human beings have done a good job destroying a lot of the world, unfortunately. However, there's still a lot that we can do to save it and to treasure and appreciate nature with all of its wonder. Bradley, your mum has been sick. I'm sorry to hear that, but she's better now. Well, that's great. And, you know, while she's sick, send her lots of love and give her your precious time, because that's something we'll never get back, right, is our time. So I encourage you and I urge you to make peace with those around you, particularly over Christmas and New Year's, over this festive season, because it is a time traditionally where a lot of people will argue and where there'll be breakups, etc., because families suddenly spending a lot of time together. However, look for things that you can appreciate in others, and, you know, look at the bigger picture, because it's always easy to have a look at a few things and go, I don't like this about that person, I don't like that about that person. But if you just step back from the situation and go, well, actually, there's a whole lot of things I do like, and, you know, there's always going to be things you don't like at times, but, you know, overall, my brother always says, if you've got 80% of what you want in a partner or a friend, then you're doing well, right? So none of us are perfect, that's for sure. I'm certainly not perfect, and I think there's many things that we can learn about each other, and we can teach others also. So I just want to share that with you, that every moment is precious, and I'm really feeling it at the moment, having just done a 1-week family trip and seeing some cousins and my uncle and my brother and his beautiful family, and I'm just so grateful for my amazing family. And I've been traveling with my beautiful parents. My dad is 81, my mum's 75, and Dad's survived 3 heart attacks. He has survived diabetes now and also prostate cancer, and he's still chugging along, and we celebrate a birthday together on the 16th of January. My mum's 75 and she's got her own health challenges. So, you know, every moment is precious, no matter what age, because you just never know how long we'll be here. So there you go. Yes, it is a lovely place. Thank you, GoPal. Don't wait tomorrow, might be too late. That's right, Henry, absolutely. Stopping there for Christmas. Bradley, no, I'm not stopping here for Christmas. I'm actually heading back to the Gold Coast tomorrow. And for Christmas Day, I'd like to help the homeless. I know there's a big Christmas event on the Gold Coast. I believe it's helping the homeless, feeding the homeless. So that's something I would really like to do this Christmas, is actually give back to the homeless. And in fact, we've got the Gold Coast Business Laughter Club event on. If anyone's on the Gold Coast, we're actually putting a fantastic event on Friday night. this Friday, December 20 at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters. The Gold Coast Business Laughter Club. We have a few comedians. We've got the Fiddly Gigglers. Myself and Tracy Corman are the Fiddly Gigglers. You'll see me in a blue wig and Tracy with a blonde wig. And we do pull the clapper out, and Poise Pad as well always comes out for the show. It's a whole lot of fun. We have Robbo the Yobbo coming from Brisbane. We have Jessica Dowdswell coming from the Gold Coast. We've got a guy called Sam. We have a guy called Clinton Gin coming from Melbourne as well. So we've got a fantastic lineup. And the proceeds from that event half the money goes to the Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out for the homeless people. And the other half goes to Land of the Free, which is to help end trophy hunting of endangered animals like lions, tigers, bears, etc. It's a project by Lynn Santa, a good friend of mine. And then Thursday, if you're around Thursday, I've got 2 media events on the Gold Coast as well. I'd love to see you there. We've got the How to Gain $1 Million worth of free publicity workshop, so you can step up and step out with your message and make the difference that you are here to make. I'll be sharing insider media secrets at that on Thursday morning, 9 till 1 p.m. at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters. And at night time, we have the Mass Media Tribe Meetup with Sophia Lightfoot and Roger Hawley. Sophia comes from Toowoomba and Roger from Brisbane. And we're going to talk about Kickstart 2020 with a bang. So it's going to be an awesome event as well. So 3 events coming up Thursday and Friday for me. I must say I do aim to fill every single moment with something, and I just love my life, whether it's hanging out in nature or putting on an event or speaking or whatever it is. I do love my life. And I just hopped off a coaching call actually with some of my mentors, and we were talking about failing. And something I'll be taking on over the next month is failing, is actually having a go at things that are outside of my comfort zone and failing at them. Failing forward, as they say, you need to be able to step out of your comfort zone and take on new challenges to learn and grow. That's something I will be taking on over the next month. And another great thing is to set a vision for yourself and put a little note in your wallet. Keep it there for the year of some of your goals for the year ahead. So I think that's a great thing also to get present to now as we come up to New Year's Eve. Coming up very shortly, I'll be at the Woodford Folk Festival. I'll be emceeing up there. Can't wait for that and catch up with some old friends up there as well. So it's going to be amazing. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Gopal. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you too and your family, and Anil and everyone else who's watching this. Thank you so much for joining me. What are some moments you can share with us? What are some special moments that you have had lately? And what is it that you want to create for the new year? What are some of your goals for the new year? I'd love to hear from you. Lots of love to you. Connect with me on Mass Media Tribe if you haven't already. I've got a Meetup group and a Facebook group called Mass Media Tribe. Come and join us there. If you look in the events section, you'll see all my upcoming events. I have another group also called Loving Life. So that's a great one as well. You'll see the picture is people jumping in the air. The Loving Life group, you're welcome to join and share the love as well and connect on Facebook. I'm also on LinkedIn, on Twitter at Aldwyn, Instagram, Aldwyn Altuney _Media Queen. I'm on LinkedIn. I've got a YouTube channel, Media Queen TV. So come and connect. I would love to chat with you some more, see what you're up to. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, every single moment is precious. Make the most of every moment now and forever. And remember to keep shining bright and light up those around you. You can make a difference. You're extraordinary and you're here for a reason. Thanks again for joining me. Lots of love to you. God bless, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.